So a little bit of my story and how I came across social media. I started in network marketing 3 years ago. And when I started, I had 5 children that I was homeschooling. One of them was in middle school, 2 little girls in pre-K. I had 1 little boy that was 2 years old and a little girl that was 14 months old. And my little girl that was 14 months old didn't sleep through the night yet. And I was like completely sleep deprived. I was not looking for kind of an extra opportunity to do anything else because honestly, I did not have enough time as it was in my life. So the reason we joined network marketing was for my husband to do it. He was a personal trainer. We partner up with a health and wellness company. And then I was like, okay, so the entire world is on social media. Like social media was growing so rapidly. I was like, it would be like unwise for us not to use it. And at that time, my husband did not have social media. So I had already started a blog in 2010. I was familiar with social media, but I was really not working social media. So I went and I researched everything that I could possibly find about growing a business through social media. And that wasn't just network marketing. That was like small business, anything I can find to grow social media. So out of all this research that I did, all the videos that I watched, all the blogs that I read, all the people that I followed, I came up with, okay, I think this is going to work for me. So I started doing it. And lo and behold, within 8 months, we had built a 6-figure income and David was able to retire and come home. So I built a 6-figure income through Instagram mainly because I was just using Instagram for those 8 months when I started. So what I'm going to share with you tonight was exactly what I did to build those 6 figures through Instagram. If you go to my Instagram today, you're going to see that I have 71,000 followers, but I'm not actively building through my Instagram. Why? Because I have plenty of prospects on Facebook, like I cannot even keep up. This past year alone, in 2016, this year, between my previous company and the new company that I just joined, I have enrolled over 700 personally enrolled individuals. Most of those are business partners. So I don't have time for Instagram right now, but if I ever needed to go back and dip into the pool of endless potentials, that's exactly where I would go. I know that if I need potentials, I always have Instagram to go to. So that's what I'm going to teach you tonight. But before we actually get into the how-to of Instagram, I want to share with you a few important things on how to build a brand, because if you're going to work social media in general, then we have to start with a foundation of what does it mean to build a brand. So you need to have a strong presence in social media. Okay, your social media presence is your brand. I want you to understand that. And then I want you to answer 5 questions. Okay, and you can listen and then you can rewatch the video and then you can write them down when you rewatch the video. But first of all, the question number 1 is who am I? Question number 2, what do I stand for? Question number 3, what is my mission statement? Question number 4, what are my interests, dreams, passions, etc.? And question number 5, what is my brand as an individual? So the first 4 questions is going to answer question number 5 for you, which is what is my brand as an individual? When you sit down and you answer all these questions, you know, who are you? What do you stand for? What is your mission statement? And what are your goals, dreams, passions, and interests? The answer to all those things put together is going to be your brand, okay? So my main objective, especially with my team, is not to say, okay, post A, B, or C. It goes deeper than that because you can give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day, right? But if you teach them how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. So if I can teach you how to not only work social media correctly, but to brand yourself and create an empire of people that are going to follow you and want to work with you, then my job is done, right? So I want you to answer that when you have some quiet time and you can really think about those things. You have to think about the fact that Instagram is a cold market. Okay. My Facebook is a cold market as well because I have so many followers, but Instagram is truly a cold market. Attraction marketing is what I work. Okay. So in the past 3 years, I've never sent a cold message in my life. I don't teach my team to cold message. I stay away from cold messaging. So I teach my team attraction marketing. What is attraction marketing? Attraction marketing is basically adding value to people. And by adding value to people through social media, people get to know the real you and people want to work with you. So attraction marketing is actually the content that you put out into the world is going to bring and draw people to you. So that's what I'm going to teach you to do. I'm going to teach you to put the right content out there, and Coach Fryer is going to do the same thing. He is absolutely incredible at attraction marketing. So in order for that to happen, self-development is key, right? How much time are you spending on self-development? I work on self-development every single day. So make sure that you are working on self-development because you attract who you are. So what is it that you're putting out into the world in your social media accounts that is going to attract who? Who are the kind of people that you're trying to attract right now? So some of you are maybe struggling signing people up, into the business, but you're not putting things out there to attract those kind of people. So we're going to talk about that too. And then we're going to talk about being the brand, okay? You are not selling a product, you're selling yourself. That's what Jim Rohn says all the time. Whether you sell toilet paper, whether you sell makeup, health and wellness, cameras, it doesn't matter what you sell, you are selling yourself. People join people, not products. Yes, a product is, absolutely amazing to have incredible products to be able to share with people, but people want to join people in business, not products. Instagram is about being creative and inspiring. Most people are on Instagram because they love to see pictures and be inspired and get creative, and they want to see different filters and different graphics. And that's, if you give people what they want on Instagram, you're not only going to have an amazing following, but you're going to be able to retain your followers. Instagram cannot be something you do. It has to be a way of life. So if Instagram is something that you do in order to sell a product or to attract somebody to sign them up, you're not going to do Instagram very well. So Instagram is something that you do as a way of life. So you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, I'm going to post on Instagram. What is it that I can post on Instagram that is going to inspire, motivate, and attract other people, right, to my profile? When people mention your name, okay, what are the 3 things that you're known for? That's part of creating the brand and part of working your Instagram and the content that you're going to put out there. So when people say your name, what are 3 things that come up about you? Think about that, because that's part of creating your brand. And like when people say my name, the 3 things I want them to know about me is that I'm sold out to Jesus, right? If you follow me for a hot minute, you'll know that. Second of all is that I love my family. And third is that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that I succeed. So what are the 3 things that you want people to know about you? And then everything you do in life is going to come from a place of making sure that the day you close your eyes from this world, those 3 things are said about you. Finding yourself is the key to developing your brand. So as we go along this week, I will share a few things that are going to help you find yourself. That's why I gave you the test to take, the personality test, because if you don't know who you are, and I think because we have a lot of us have busy lives, and we're, we have jobs, and we're moms and dads and, all these different people to, everyone, that we get lost every once in a while, and we don't know who we really are. So in order to create a brand, you need to find yourself. So throughout this week, I'm going to elaborate on a lot of these points, because if I go through every single thing on Instagram, that's why it takes me a week to go through it. In one night, we will be here for like 8 hours. So nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to sleep here, right? So, so think about, who do you know that is posting out of desperation instead of inspiration? And I think a lot of people work the business out of desperation instead of inspiration. So if you're not inspired and you're not out there to inspire through Instagram, through Facebook, through Twitter, whatever it is, LinkedIn, whatever platform it is that you're using, if you're not inspired and you're not sharing your inspiration and creativity with the world, then what are you posting? And a lot of the posting that I see from people in the network marketing profession is desperation, is I need to sign in the next customer, I need to sign the next associate. So that isn't going to attract the people that you want for your team. When you set out to inspire people, you cause a movement of people who want to follow you. Every single person on social media that has a large following is inspiring other people one way or another, whether it be, faith-based, whether it be for moms, for, homemakers, whether it be, pro amendment number 2. I mean, whatever the case may be, DIY, whatever the page may be about. It is inspiring other people. And this generation is attracted to people that are inspiring. So whatever your brand is and whatever your niche is, you're going to find that out from the 4 questions that I gave you. And then you're going to go out there and you're going to work from your strengths. Because when you work from your strengths, magic happens. But so many people don't take the time to really slow down a minute. Think about what your strengths are. What do you want your brand to be? What is it that you're putting out in the world? Who do you want to attract? And what you want your brand to be? Once you take the time to figure that out and you are ready to go, when you go out there and you put it out into the world, you're going to see that you're going to have people in your inbox every day, all day. Why? Because this generation is starving for genuine, for inspiration, for people that are going to come along and own who they are and share that through social media. So if your Instagram profile, does not inspire, then people are coming to it and people are feeling like you're selling them on something. So if someone comes to my Instagram profile, which is the Lighty Lightner, by the way, if you want to take a peek at my Instagram account later, that's what it is, the THE Lighty Lightner. When you come to my profile, you're never going to feel like I'm trying to sell you on something, because my attitude is I'm sharing with you not only the products, but I'm sharing with you the things I love in my life, the things that inspire me, the things that make my world go round. So when you come to my profile, you're going to see all those things, me, 90% of who I am, and then you're going to see those things that are sprinkled in. That is what I do and the products that I represent. So that's what I want you to understand. And we're going to go a little bit more into that. Marketing is about selling people a feeling, not a product, okay? And I want you to think about this for a minute. I studied Tom Ford and Chanel's design books, like the history of the company, the history of the designers. And the reason I did that is because their marketing is on point. If you want to rock social media, your marketing has to be on point. So how do you get really good at marketing? You need to understand that you need to connect with people. People want to connect with people so they can trust you. And then when they trust you, they're going to join you, whether it be products or opportunity. So think about it. Marketing is not selling someone a product, but a feeling. I have watched car commercials that at the end, I'm like, I need that car in my life and I don't even like it. That's how good the marketing is. When you can connect with someone emotionally, you have that connection with that person that nobody else has on social media, and they follow you, right? So they're going to come and ask you about working with you or buying your product, because that is what happens when you connect with people. For example, if I post a picture of me playing outside with my kids, I am going to make a connection with moms that are, missing out on their kids' lives, moms that want to be home but can't, moms that maybe want a little bit more free time but they can't do it, or they can't afford to take some time off to be there for the important parts of, their child's life. That is how you connect with people. So a lot of people are going to post pictures, like their kit and be like, it's $99 to join, it's $120 to join, it's $500 to join, and here's how you do it. That is not emotionally connecting with anybody. So if you're not making a connection, if you're younger, right, and let's say you're a student, how are you connecting with your niche market? How are you connecting with your target market? So a lot of people have incredible opportunities, but they don't make the connection from selling a product to a feeling and connecting with their audience. So on Instagram, I don't recommend any business profiles. My contacts are bothering me. I don't recommend business profiles because, like I said, if it's not a lifestyle, then people are not going to want to follow you because they think that you're trying to sell them something. So I'm going to teach you when we go into post patterns and things like that, I'm going to teach you how to have a profile that is not just business. And then I always set it to public. My Instagram is rarely ever private. And when it's private is because I'm taking some time off. But it's always public. And the reason that is because, like we said, Instagram is a cold market. So people want to know who they're following and are you inspirational? Like, are you up their alley? And if they want to follow you or not, that's going to be their choice. But if your profile is private, you're going to limit your audience and people are going to be less likely to follow you. Okay. So 1 to 2 out of 5 pictures on Instagram needs to be your product or opportunity. So every 5 pictures that I post on Instagram, 1 to 2 of those max is going to be product or opportunity. Why? Because I want my Instagram to be 90% everything I am, what I love, what my dreams are, where my hopes are, where I'm planning to travel, what I've been doing, my meals, whatever the case may be. But I want 90% of that to be me, and then 10% of that to be my product or opportunity. Why? Because you're not selling anything to anybody. You want to draw in your audience through all the pictures and all the things that have nothing to do with Instagram. And you're going to draw them in, and then when you do post about your product or opportunity, they're not going to feel intimidated. They're not going to feel like you're trying to sell them something because that's usually not what you do. So that is how you work Instagram super smart. Okay, so project your hopes, dreams, and interests. Okay, so find your niche. What is it that you love? What are your dreams? What are your hopes? I mean, do you plan to travel the world? You've got to dream big and share that with the world because people are looking for people that are dreaming big and are thinking outside of the box. So here's the thing though, you got to be genuine. You're never going to see me post about hiking and biking and all that because, running, that's never going to be my thing unless I'm being chased by a bear because in all honesty, that's just not my thing. So I'm not going to go on Instagram and be like, oh, hiking and biking and all this stuff because that's not me. That's not genuine. So don't go out there and try to pick up stuff like kayaking or something that has nothing to do with who you are. So the strength of social media comes in through you being able to be vulnerable and being able to be genuine and authentic in what you share with others. So you draw people in through the pictures that have nothing to do with the business, okay? So it could be fashion, makeup, fitness, food, outdoors, like I said, kayaking, maybe, what's on your dream board, travel, anything, shoes, maybe you're a shoe addict, cameras, photography. It could be absolutely anything in a plethora of things that you can share on Instagram. So when you share those things with the world, then you're going to use your tags, which is what we're going to talk about next. You're going to use your tags to reach out to your target market. And I'm going to explain to you why your tags are your target market. So we talked about profile being 99% you, okay? And then the rest is going to be the business or opportunity. You want to attract people to your profile and then drip the opportunity and product to them. You don't want to come out and be like, everything is opportunity and products because people have the mindset that the more they post about the product or opportunity, that the more people are going to join them. And it is quite the opposite, actually. If you post more about who you are and people get to know you and the real you, then when you do post about the product or opportunity, people are going to reach out. So let's talk about tags. On Instagram, I use 20 to 30 hashtags every single time. Why is that? Because my hashtags are my target market. So whatever tags I use for every single picture, my picture is going to show up on all those different tags. And that is thousands and thousands of people that I can be sharing my pictures, right, with. And if I use only 3 to 5 tags, I am missing out on literally thousands of people that I could be reaching. So an app that I use for my tags, because nobody has time to sit there and come up with 20 to 30 tags, right? For every single picture. Nobody has that time. So what happens is that I use Tagomatic, and it's called Tagomatic. So Tagomatic, when you post a picture, and let's say you want every single tag that is trending on Instagram, you want your picture to show up there because that's how you can reach thousands of people. You put on Tagomatic like makeup, and it will give you every single tag, up to 30 of them, that, yes, Tagomatic, Christy wrote it down. It will give you every single tag that is trending, and then all you do is like click the top, it highlights them all, and you can copy and paste into your Instagram. So super simple, because if you want to work Instagram effectively, you have to be posting at least 12 times a day. No, I'm not kidding. And you cannot miss any days on Instagram. Every single time you miss a day, there has been research that shows that you lose 4 days. It sets you back 4 days in audience, in terms of your audience. So make sure that you're posting every single day. When I was actually working Instagram actively, I was posting 12 to 20 times a day. And that's morning, mid-morning, noon, early afternoon, early evening, late evening. Like, I was posting all sorts of times a day, because you're reaching through your tags completely different audiences at every single time of the day. So minimum of 12 times a day, yes, if you want to see results through Instagram. So think about what's trending, okay? So I go to Pinterest to get inspiration from Pinterest, right? Because Pinterest is going to tell me what's popular, what's trending, and then I'm going to go ahead and find out from my likes and my interest. I'm going to figure out what's trending, what's going on Pinterest. And usually what's going on Pinterest is what's going on Instagram. So I'm going to take inspiration from Pinterest and I'm going to use it for my Instagram. So you can do the same thing. Look at your board and see what's trending, and then use that for your Instagram, and use Tagomatic to create those 30 tags. And that is all the people on there, thousands of people that you can be reaching. So Instagram is not just about who is following you that is going to see your pictures, but who you are tagging. Every single person that sees those tags is going to see your picture. So you're exposing all those people to all those pictures of amazing content that you're sharing. Okay, so find your niche market. And we talked about that and how important it is to find your niche market. You can only do that if you find out who you are, what your interests are, what you like, what your mission statement is, so you can figure out what your brand is, and then you find out your niche market. I found mine. So don't ever come to my wall and think that you have to do things the way I do them, because that may not work for you. And I'm very, very truthful when it comes to that. My calling and my gifting and my niche is not yours, and that's totally okay. We're different. I found mine. So I'm kind of a controversial figure. I did not decide to be that. I didn't wake up one day and decided to be that, but that's just my calling. And here we are. But you need to find out what your passions are and what drives you in order to, when you create your brand, vulnerability and being genuine and authentic is going to go a long way for you. You're going to connect with a lot more people than anybody else would be able to if they weren't genuine and authentic. So in order to retain your followers, okay, so we have followers. We're going to talk about how to get followers, right? And how to retain followers. So in order to retain followers, you have to have an amazing profile. Is your profile monochromatic? If everything is like the same kind of shade, if I don't go into your profile and I'm like, boom, it pops, I'm not going to follow you. That's just the truth. So is your profile a profile that I'm going to go to and it's going to pop because the colors are amazing, because you have incredible content, and then I'm going to hit follow because I'm like, yes, I want to follow that. I like it. I don't even know what it's about, but I like it. It's super colorful. So make sure that your great content, that your pictures are going to have, amazing color and amazing resolution. Don't post like fuzzy pictures on there or anything like that, because that just makes your followers not want to follow you. So only use like HD images to be able to post your pictures. So great content is going to dictate if people are going to follow you. And do not DM people that like your pictures, okay? That is the worst thing that anybody could do. Like, I would block you immediately if you DM me if I liked a picture. So don't do that. That's just, it's super annoying from every single person that I've ever heard talk about DMs. So every single time that I get interest on Instagram, I try to take the conversation off of Instagram and to my phone. So we're going to talk about also apps, and we're going to talk about call to action as well, okay? DM is direct message on Instagram. So don't direct message anybody on Instagram that liked your pictures. That is the same thing as cold messaging. So people can get very annoyed by that. So you're going to be posting 12 to 20 times a day, okay? And if you cannot do that, you need an auto poster like Hootsuite, okay? You need to spread your posts throughout the day so you can continue to have action through your Instagram through the day. Consistency is key. If you don't post daily and you don't stay consistent, you won't get any business. So make sure, whether you're posting 20 times a day or you're posting 5, make sure that you're posting that every single day consistently. I do not use any scheduling apps. I never have, because I am just a freak of nature like that. If I'm going to work Instagram, then I'm going to work it out of inspiration. I'm just different. It's my personality type. But my team does use Hootsuite as an auto poster, and they love it. I've never used it, but they told me it works. So colors, use colors that pop, okay? So first impressions are huge, okay? I'm going to take the questions at the end, because if not, I'll get sidetracked, and then we'll be talking about like giraffes that talk through a YouTube training video. So yeah, we don't want to do that. So first impressions are key. First impressions, the first 9 pictures that someone sees on your profile, okay, are going to be the determining factor if that person's going to follow you or not follow you. So make sure, okay, that you have amazing pictures. So your pictures, your colors pop, okay? If you want to get followers, you're going to have to follow people, okay? That's just the nature of Instagram. In order to get followers, you need to follow people. So there's 2 ways you can get followers. I'm going to share the organic way first, and then I'm going to share with you kind of like my holy grail that I've only shared with my last bootcamp and my team, and I've never talked about this in public because it was just for my team. So the organic way to do that is to find local shops on Instagram, and then go through their followers and follow every single follower that they have. And then you know that if those people follow you back and they message you about the opportunity or the product, they're locals to you. So you can do that with local shops. You can do that with, any other like Victoria's Secret, L'Oreal, gyms that are local to you. Whatever it is that your niche market is, your target market, you're going to find places that are local to you and then follow their people, because your people are going to follow you back. And when they do, those are people that are local to you. So whether they buy the product from you or they join you in business, you have locals there. So you don't only have to stay local. You can do like L'Oreal. If you're in the makeup business, you go through L'Oreal and you follow every single female follower that they have. You have people that are obviously interested in makeup that they're going to follow you back, right? So follow at least 200 people a day. That is the amount of people you want to be following. So make sure that you follow at least 200 people a day. And then you unfollow everyone that is not following you back. So for that, I heard that Crowdfire is the app to use to unfollow people that are not following you back, so you can clean up your Instagram to be able to follow new people. And the reason I heard that, and I don't know that, is because of my holy grail. I don't like or follow anybody on Instagram. I let an Instamacro do that for me. Instamacro is a website. It's instamacro.com. INSTAMACRO. Instamacro is a web program that when I log in with my Instagram, I pay about, I think, $120 a month. When I log in with my Instagram account, Instamacro does all the following for me. It does all the likes for me, and you can change it according to tags. It could look up tags to like pictures and those tags for you. Yeah, Stephanie wrote it down, Instamacro. You can also unfollow people that are not following you back through macro. So it basically does all the hard work for you of getting you followers and getting you likes. So the only thing you need to do, especially as a busy person, is focus on your content. So if you cannot afford Instamacro, Instagress, INSTAGRESS. Instagress is an app, and it's another version of Instamacro, but it's much slower. That's why I don't use it, because I want to make sure that I work the business like as fast as I can, right? So you can only follow, I think, 3,500 people on Instagram at a time. So I was cleaning my Instagram every single week because it would peak and I couldn't follow anybody else. So I would clean up my Instagram account to unfollow everyone that I'm following and they're not following me back, so I can make room to follow new people. So Instamacro is holy grail, like for real. Saves you tons. There you go, 7,500. Saves you tons of time. Now I have 3,500 that I'm following right now. That's where I got the 3,500 from. 7,500. So when your followers come to your account, they saw a picture that you posted, they love the picture, they think the picture is amazing, and they're going to come to your account. What are the first 9 pictures they're going to see? What kind of quality, what kind of color, what kind of content are you going to have is going to dictate if that person's going to follow you or not. If that person follows you, they get to know you, you have a prospect right then and there. So you got to think about that. People want to know why they're following you, right? So make sure that your profile is not locked like we talked about before. Make sure that you inspire, that you don't sell. And you always want to add a call to action on Instagram. And I do these on Facebook too. And I'm going to show you both of them. And I'm going to go into the call to action on Facebook when I do the Facebook training. But for Instagram, you always want to give people a call to action. A call to action is when I post and I say, text opportunity 2 and then my phone number for more information. When you give people exactly what to send you through a keyword, which is what we call a call to action, then people are going to send you that, because most people are not going to reach out to you because, first of all, they don't know you, and second of all, they don't know what to tell you. So give people exactly what you want them to tell you so they can turn around and say, okay, this is opportunity. What is this about? So it's not going to be as intimidating for them to message you and be like, I want some information about that thing that you posted. So call to actions, I never post about the business or product on Instagram without a call to action. I think those are just absolutely key. So if you're talking about the opportunity, add something that says text opportunity 2 or text interested 2, and then put your phone number. Give people exactly what to say. If you're in the makeup business, you can post a picture that says like bigger lashes 2, text Bigger Lashes 2, or text Get Fit 2, text Cleanse 2. So it depends on what business you're in, but you're wasting precious time and audience if you're not adding a call to action. And then on Facebook, for me, that is inbox video, inbox opportunity, or drop a sticker on the emoji below. Okay. So that is what I do on Facebook, because I am telling people what I need them to do. I never post a call to action or a power post on Facebook and not give people what to do. To me, that's like, you know, you went halfway there. You went 50% by posting all these power posts and you have amazing content, but you never gave people a call to action. So they're not going to message you. And in your mind, because you work network marketing and you work the business, you're thinking, hello, you just message people because you want to earn money, or you want to get healthy, or you want to have better lashes, or you want to do all these things. That doesn't click for people because they don't work network marketing. So you have to give them what to say. And I do have my personal number. I've done it in the past 3 years, and I've never had a problem with it whatsoever. Some people on my team have Google Voice. So it's like an 800 number. You can look into that. I don't use that. I use my number. And that's it. So let's go into apps. Let's talk about apps that are super, super important to rocking your business. So my favorite apps, editing apps, are PicsArt, PicsArt. That is where most of my designs are created, PicsArt. WordSwag, WordSwag, WordSwag. Rona Design, RHONNA Design. Rona is the one that has like the glitter letters and all that you can use. Photo Candy. Photo Candy is another one I use. And then to edit my photos, my favorite apps are Pick, Tap, Go, Be Funky, and VSCO. Those are my favorite photo apps. So that is basically Instagram in a nutshell, okay? So